welcome back to the OHIO podcast. Do us a big favor, everybody, and smash that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. It's absolutely free, costs you nothing, even if you're a fan of that team up north that we're about to poo-poo all over this morning. And if you're not, then you absolutely should subscribe just for that fact. Yes, Chris?
Would we really poo-poo all over the Michigan fans, Eric?
Yes,
Would
we
we?
will. Well, I mean, they
We're
kind of their
we're so
program.
nice and understanding,
I
always so
mean,
calm and peaceful,
their former coaches are basically poo-pooing all over them, whether they want to admit it or
right?
not. Yeah. And that's what this video is about, everybody. Make sure you make a comment down in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know what you think about this topic. Chris, I'm going to play a news clip. It's the audio version because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. So I got the audio version with a nice little picture that I will post in its place. It's an audio version of a news clip from the state of Michigan. I'm assuming Detroit, and they're interviewing a lawyer who I'm assuming is representing several of the students who have a lawsuit against Matt Weiss, the University of um, Michigan, and the third party uh, company that he was using to get their information. So I'm going to play that clip for all of you, and then we'll be back to respond.
But while attorney Parker Steiner says the violations from Weiss are devastating, the silence and lack of accountability from the university is yet another betrayal.
How are they feeling right now?
I've been in contact with dozens of former female athletes at the University of Michigan that are just shocked.
Steiner says in late 2022, a student reported an odd notification in her email inbox to the school, but Weiss was not placed on leave until 2023, and even more.
Never once between 2022 and the day of the indictment had the university notified their student athletes that their information may have been compromised.
And Steiner says since then, the school has not reached out to current student athletes or alumni about what happened, or if their accounts may have.
So there you have it. Interesting that the lawyer notes to the news organization that no students were notified by the University of Michigan, despite the fact they knew.
Implicit much?
Yeah. They knew in 2022. They knew before he was allowed to coach against TCU
Yeah.
in the college football playoff. And yet they allowed this to go on, and then they swoop in and say they fire him, and then they throw their hands up. Well, we didn't know. They had to know. They absolutely had to know. Everybody knows they had to know.
Yeah.
And for anybody who roots for that team, who is still burying your head in the sand about what this athletic department has allowed to take place for the sake of winning a national championship, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I've heard several Michigan fans try to argue with us that we would be doing the same thing that they are, and I disagree wholeheartedly with that. We hold our football program and our coaching staff to, some might say, an unrealistic expectation on the field and off the field. And again, I know some people who are fans of the Maize and Blue are going to disagree with that. There is a ton of Ohio State fans who, although we love the passion from Urban Meyer and the winning from Urban Meyer, there is a ton of Ohio State fans who really disagreed with the standard that Urban Meyer seemed to not hold for himself at times, and the stigma that followed him from Georgia here to Ohio State. They like to throw what happened about Jim Tressel at the end of his tenure. I would like to remind everybody Jim Tressel was fired. Was he suspended by the NCAA? Yes. He was fired by the Ohio State University first.
Absolutely.
Before he ever received anything from the
And he is
NCAA.
arguably the most loved coach in Ohio State history. Maybe not the most
Absolutely.
famous, but definitely the most loved coach.
100%. 100%. Woody
And we
Hayes with that.
ran him out of town for honestly something way, way less severe.
Was Woody Hayes fired by Ohio State?
Yeah,
Was Earl Bruce fired by Ohio State?
absolutely.
Some think wrongfully, but he was. Um, John Cooper fired by Ohio State.
Yep.
Jim Tressel fired by Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
Urban Meyer wasn't, but
But he
was
would have
he?
been.
But
My guess
was
is he
he?
was allowed to resign.
Yeah. Um, so spare me the argument that we don't hold our um and and and, and as far as Gene Smith, we all wanted him fired.
Absolutely.
So I don't buy for 1 second this response from Michigan fans that we would be doing the same thing they are. We would not be. We are not the same. We are absolutely not the same. I believe their desperation to win a national championship, in a way, they have sold their soul to the devil, and and unfortunately for them, whether you want to take that stance or not, they are now left defending the leftovers of what is a program that used to be what was called the leaders and the best, and it absolutely is not.
Eric, I can't. And I'll be honest, I can't with Michigan fans anymore.
I know.
They disgust me. They literally make me physically ill. The fact that they are protecting these coaches, this program, these administrators. And this isn't even about the cheating. Yeah, we all know they cheated. It's not about that anymore. Now it's about basic human decency.
Yes.
It's
Your
about complying with the law,
your
not the
own
NCAA rules, the law.
your own female student athletes. Not just Ohio State and Penn State and apparently student athletes from 100 different schools. Your own female student athletes have sued your university.
Eric, they took Title IX and they took the Cleary Act and they pissed all over them, for lack of a better term.
Why
They they have set college athletics back 100 years with what they've done. At
why
least
is
their
Ward
program,
why is Ward Manuel still there?
because he knows too much to fire him.
Why is
I truly
Sharon
believe that's it.
why is Sharon Moore still there?
Same. Not only that, but if they fire him, they've got to admit that what they did. And right now, this is about the board of regents and about the university president and about the university as a whole. They don't care about Ward Manuel. They don't care about Sharon Moore. They don't even care about Jim Harbaugh. They damn sure don't care about their fans or their athletes. They care about covering their own backsides. That's all this is.
I don't even know why President Ono's still there at this point.
Again, I say he knows too much. You got him out
Um
there, he becomes the next whistleblower.
at this point, if you have any integrity at all,
They
if
don't.
you have any integrity left, you as a fan, as a podcaster, as a supporter of that university, you should be screaming at the rooftop to gut your athletic department, gut your football department, burn it down, start it over. You have to. At this point, Chris, I am starting to wonder how in the world the NCAA doesn't slam these guys.
And
This is
here's
another. This is a whole nother. Like, is this going to be included in the whole cheating scandal, or is this a whole
no,
nother
this
new
well,
investigation?
here's the thing. If it is true, and I believe it to be, that there is practice footage on there, then yes, this is directly linked to the cheating. But as far as the rest of the stuff, this is a whole nother ballgame. Right now, they are looking at their third major investigation, fourth major investigation of the Harbaugh era. And then you go back and you look at their basketball team, going all the way back to the Fab Five. This program has been off the rails for the last 25 years. 1987, last NCAA championship that was legit, and it was only half a title in football. What was it? 89 was their basketball championship. After that, I think the pressure just got to be too much for them, and they said, "We're going to do whatever we have to do to win."
Yeah, well,
We saw it
Jim
with the
Hart.
Fab Five. We saw it with Jim Harbaugh.
Hmm.
We've seen it currently going on, and the university is complicit in all this.
Jim Harbaugh admitted to such at the Big Ten Media Days. How are you going to beat Ohio State? This was in 2021, the year after they skated us in COVID. He said, "We're going to do it, or we're going to die trying." He admitted. He absolutely admitted such. I mean, I was going down the list of things that has happened that has come out in the news, bad media. You had um, the coach Yoon or Yun or whatever his name was. He was basically a student assistant essentially, but he was a quality control guy or something like that, who was eliciting improper, relations with a minor and got caught.
We
You
had
had
the ice
you,
hockey team. Don't forget about them.
well, I'm just looking at the football
Just
program.
football.
I'm just looking at the football program. You had the position coach who got caught trying to erase uh, evidence and then got fired. You had the former quarterback slash coach get the DUI um, and
Denard
got in
Robinson.
trouble. Denard
Yeah.
Robinson, right? Yep. You had, of course, Connor Stallions get caught and then get fired for the cheating scandal. You had Jim Harbaugh get in trouble for illegal recruiting during COVID.
Did you
That
mention Chris Partridge in there yet?
that was the one who
Okay.
got
Yeah.
it was the position coach Partridge.
Yep.
Yep. You've got Sharon Moore trying to delete texts,
Next.
right, and got caught for that and suffered what was it, a 3 game penalty or something for that. Um, on so and there might be more coming. Who knows? You had that. I mean, and now you've got Matt Wise with this. At some point, and that's just your football program. At some point, you as a fan have to look at your and I've heard of them say, well, we fired these guys. They're despicable human beings. You hired them.
Absolutely.
You hired them. You obviously didn't vet them.
They
And
knew what they were getting when they hired Connor, and I believe they knew what they were getting when they hired Matt Weiss. Matt Weiss.
you at some point and let's not forget, you all were begging for Jim to come back. You all wanted him to be extended. You all wanted him to continue to be your coach because he's a Michigan man. So spare me all of this reflecting that you're doing, like, hey, 13-10, 13-10. At this point, who gives a rat, dude? Your program is so trash. It is so much a dumpster fire that the rest of college football is looking at you going like, man, so glad my team's not Michigan. Yeah, but they won a national championship in 2023.
No, they
I
did.
don't care.
They did.
I don't care. I mean, I don't know if it's going to stand or not, but Chris, at this point, if I'm the NCAA, I'm like, my gosh, I have to do something.
They
I,
have to.
I mean, if if you're the NCAA and you're looking at something like this, I mean, this is on par, and again, well, he's a despicable human being. Yes, he is. This is on par with Penn State to a degree.
Despicable human being, Eric. There's despicable, and then there's facing 70 years in prison and $3.5 million in fines. That's beyond despicable. And I'll tell you something else. If it's found out, and I believe it is, that Ward Manuel, Ono, the university were complicit in hiding this, which we all believe it to be, then there should be more than just him rotting in a 6x8 cell. Because this is bigger than football.
It is. It absolutely is bigger in football. 100% bigger than football. You have young people's lives that have been forever wrecked.
Traumatized.
Yeah, they are always going to be so scared that one day their children are going to get on the internet and then there's mom's naked pictures on the internet. They're going to have to worry about that for the rest of their life, being notified, hey, send me this money or this picture is going to be spread. Um, these people, these young ladies, um, it's disgusting. It's absolutely despicable, and your program is guilty of this. It's time, Michigan fans, do the right thing. Stop bickering with Ohio State fans. Stop bickering with the rest of college football fans and start holding your athletic department and university accountable for the sins they have committed. If you truly care about your university and more than just stupid trophies in a trophy case, if you truly are leaders and best, like you claim you are, it is time to gut your program and demand change from your university. It is time. If you don't, you are guilty of sin, my friend. You are guilty of loving that championship more than doing the right thing. You're not a leader. You're not a best. You're not best. You're none of those things. You're just as guilty as anybody else.
Absolutely. If you don't take action, you are, in my opinion, complicit. It's that simple. Because if you don't take action, you're saying, yeah, what he did was wrong, but it's not that wrong. It's okay. Kind of like the cheating. It's okay. It's okay. It wasn't that bad. It's okay. No,
Eh,
this is not
Yeah.
okay. This is
Everybody
not
cheats.
okay.
Everybody cheats, Chris.
No, everybody does not cheat. And damn sure everybody doesn't have somebody on their staff who's going around downloading pictures of their female athletes. I just, I can't hear. I am so fed up, so sickened by these people. I'm just going to say there's a special place in hell for these people. There really is.
I dare one of you to try to defend yourselves and your program in the comment section below. I dare you.
Please
I
come on with this Sunday. Come on with this Monday. Come on with this Thursday. We'll be happy to listen to your argument.
I dare you. It is disgraceful. It's not only embarrassing, it's disgraceful. It's despicable. And it's time you hold your entire university accountable. If you don't stand up for those young girls and demand people to be fired, demand change from your university, demand them to come clean, where there has not been one single internal investigation by an outside source other than the NCAA, and they have been fighting the NCAA tooth and nail the entire time. That tells me how guilty you are. Ohio State got word about the whole Zach Smith and Urban Meyer thing, and they go out and hire an external investigative company to come in and do an internal investigation. Where is that from Michigan? Nowhere. Nowhere to be found. And I'm sorry, the whole Zach Smith Urban Meyer thing is peanuts compared to what you guys have been doing. You guys are on Penn State level with this.
And you know, TG made the argument, and I said there's no way this is worse than Penn State. But you know what?
Getting close.
She made a valid argument that the complicity of the administrators and the university and the board of regents may take it to that level. Because I firmly believe had Penn State known what was going on, they would have taken appropriate action. These guys just aren't. They don't care. They don't care. These are the lowest form of life I have ever met, Eric. It sickens me.
Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think down in the comments section below. I dare a Michigan fan who watches this to have the guts and defend for us. Give me a legitimate reason. Defend for me why you shouldn't be screaming from the rooftop to have heads roll up there in Ann Arbor. I got to know why. I need to know why. Okay? Hopefully, someone will have the guts to do it, Chris. I doubt they will because they're cowards. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH. Sing Carmen High with all your heart. Till next time, Chris. OH.
IO.
Go Bucks.